You know, relationship material for me has always been a quiet girl, someone who's more an introvert. But what sometimes happens is many guys like me mistake an unhappy person and deeply at their core an unhappy individual and mistake that for introversion. They think, oh, this person's quiet, they're not a loud bimbo. And there's just some kind of pseudo vulnerability around someone who's sort of down or morose, and especially the hero mode of guys that goes into that I'll make her happy mode when they actually see that she's an unhappy person, or she talks about her past or how things have never worked out. And if she actually tells you she's been diagnosed with something clinically that terms her as an unhappy person, just run for the hills. It's not your problem. The thing is, this is what happens with unhappy girls. You meet them, and their baseline is being unhappy. They meet you, they find you interesting, you find them interesting for whatever reason. You know, they might have some good qualities about them, but they come out of their shells, out of their unhappy shells, and they get elevated from their baseline state of unhappiness. What you are is a holiday. And after a while, the holiday ends and they return to their unhappy state. And this is the danger of dating an unhappy girl or being just around unhappy people in general. But most importantly, this is why I talk about relationships so often, is that they take so much of our time and they tend to be the most intense and world-consuming things we engage in. I mean, your friends and family, you can ration out time here and there and you can organize your time around it. And then you can go back into your solitary hole and spend the amount of time you need on your own. But if you're going to have a committed relationship with somebody, you're going to try and love somebody who's unhappy or dysfunctional in relation to you. You know, I've already talked about the fairly normalized state of I'm an introvert and the mistake of trying to date someone who's just an exciting extrovert. Those two lives are not compatible. But what if you, as more of a well-adjusted introvert, you mistake someone who's just a deeply neurotically unhappy individual, and you think they're just an introvert like you? I mean, ask her questions. The more you pry, casually ask her to open up about her past. If you kind of hear that it never worked out because of her attitude, and when you investigate, there was really nothing wrong with the guy she was with other than she got bored, or she had a temper, or she just fell into a malaise. And it's all got to do with her natural personality. This is something very dangerous, and it can really, really damage a guy because they seem like a quiet, vulnerable, nice person that is never happy, and you think you can't make them happy. It's not your job anyway, but when you meet them, you energize them temporarily out of their unhappy state. You raise them up, and then after a while, they return to their unhappy state, and you think, what happened? She was happy with me, and now she's not. What can I do to bring her back to a happy state? You know, sometimes guys mistake these types of women as they were just down on their luck, and they met you, and you raised them up to where they should be or where they normally are. And then they fell back, and you think, oh, it must have been something I did, or I'm not making her happy, or let me adjust life with her. And you're continually running on a treadmill trying to fix something that is just innately in her. She's just permanently hamstrung with this type of personality. With naturally unhappy women, you are the refreshing vacation for them that only lasts a short amount of time. And like any holiday, they return home. And her home is her baseline state of unhappiness, discontent. And this is very different from your run-of-the-mill, nagging, disappointed woman who nothing is ever enough for her. This is someone who's deeply unhappy and discontent all the time. And on the surface, you want to take care of her because during that honeymoon period when you fell in love with her, you hold on to that. And so it's locked into you to care for her. You cannot change the nature of a person. You cannot change a naturally unhappy person into a happy one. You can't make her happy, gentlemen. You can't save her. Save yourself. Let me know in the comments section if any of you guys have dated these type of truly unhappy women. You know, really discontent, never satisfied. Nothing can put a smile on their face. Let us know your experience in the comments section. I'm sure all of us would like to know and possibly help guys avoid these traps and what signs to look out for. I've already made 1 or 2 videos about be very suspicious of quiet women when you go on dates, because that quietness could belie an unhappiness. Most of the time the quietness is them reading you, wanting to read you so they just mirror whoever you are and they're not really revealing themselves. But this is quite another animal that is masking an unhappiness that you will be neck deep in should you fall in love with this type of individual. Let me know your comments in the comments section, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It helps YouTube share my videos around. Share my videos on your social media. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. And if you feel like supporting the channel, links below. Thanks to all you guys who have this month. I appreciate it. Talk to you very soon. Bye.